So I guess I came up with this idea. I used to work, left school and used to work, got a job as a support worker and used to work in the disability sector, running it's where they would come for employment. And I didn't last long in it because day in and day out, all the jobs they would get would be, fold this and put it into an envelope. Or pack this and place a sticker on it.
Yeah, right.
And then I started to notice that the workers would get behaviours. And then I started to piece it together, I guess, is that they were bored. And they didn't have any meaning or anything like that. And then I found out that they were getting paid like 20 cents an hour. The bosses used to say, they're getting paid that money because it will affect their disability support pension. So I looked into it and I was like, went and talked to a few people from Centrelink, and it actually doesn't affect it. They have to make a lot of money for it to affect their pension.
Yeah, right.
And a big thing for me was when Lizzie, who was my first worker, said to me, she has Down syndrome, and she said to me, all I want to do is I want to pay tax. So I guess that's how it kind of started, and I've grown it from there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I left the disability sector, continued to work in it part-time, and then saw that this was for sale.
Yeah.
And decided to buy it, but have my main workers with those with a disability and pay them award wage.
Yeah.
That was my biggest thing. Some people would treat me as a carer, and Sarah will look after you and feed you, and then you can go home at the end of the day. So that was hard at the start.
How did you work with that then? When you had that happening, what was the sort of way that you tried to kind of work with that?
I guess just my personality of just being like straightforward and just talking to the parents or their carers and saying, look, at the end of the day, I'm still running a business. I just want to give them an opportunity. I'm careful who I employ because you've got to be able to work with those with a disability. Yeah. So you have to, everyone I employ has to be able to work together. But, I have Down syndrome, autism, special needs. Because I spread the shifts out, I've been able to give everyone, different shifts, different days. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Because the more, the better. There's obviously different stages of someone with a disability, so what they can achieve and what they can do. And it's tough, but sometimes you've got to say no. They're just not going to be able to do this task.
Yeah.
Another big thing for me was I didn't want them to have a worker with them. I wanted them to feel like they were coming to work, joining a team, and not having like this person that stood behind them. I wanted them to be, I'm coming to work, we're a part of a team, we're all the same. I've got Elizabeth who can work 2 days a week, a full day, and can do it perfect, no problems. I have others that need a little bit more, 3-hour shifts, they get a bit tired, or they can't concentrate as well because it's just too long. And it's tough here. It gets busy. And I tend to not, I work the shifts out, so weekends are crazy. It's not fair. And it's too much.
Yeah, of course.
So we start on nights because I open Monday and Tuesday night. It's really quiet during winter. So that way I have the time to teach them. Then they go into day shifts, which is quieter but gets a bit busier. And then like Lizzie has now been able to do weekend. It's not just going to a day program, it's actually coming to work. And then like we'll do things like Lizzie and I and some of the other workers we'll go get our nails done one afternoon. And Lizzie has the money to pay for that now. She doesn't need to go to mum and dad. she has her own money. Like locals?
Yes.
Awesome, they love it. So my first media thing was Win News. People could, when they put up on their Facebook page, people could comment. And a lot of comments were really negative because they thought, oh, she's only paying them $2 an hour. At first, I was devastated because I was like, this is not what this was about. There's two ways to do it. You can either pay them award wage or you have to get them assessed. And I didn't want to deal with getting them assessed. It involves them coming in, assessing the worker. And it would make, like, Lizzie it would make her feel like she was different from everyone else. My big plan is to grow and put these businesses elsewhere. Because Bungendore is a little bit of a pain to get out here for people who live in Canberra. Do want a little bit closer and have it solely and build more and more. The more people that come here and the more money I make, the more people I can employ. You don't need more staff on. You don't need to spend more money. Nothing is different. It just takes a little bit longer. And customers are understanding of that as well. It just takes that little bit longer. That's all it is. You know, doing dishes might add an extra half an hour on. Doesn't take an extra 3 staff members because you've hired someone with a disability. So that's the biggest thing. It doesn't cost more, it doesn't take more, it just takes a little bit more time. My other thing as well would be wheelchair accessible. So I've had a lot of people who are in wheelchairs ask. My partner's in a wheelchair as well, so I know the parameters around the space and what needs to be done. Unfortunately, the way this was set up when I bought it, out the back, it's all flat, but at the back doesn't have enough access. My next one would have that access. Because again, a wheelchair shouldn't prevent you from employment. My partner had an accident, motorbike accident, still held the same job. They just had to modify the environment. Nothing else changed. And it's the same for, I want to be able to do that as well. Hiring people with a disability or not, you still make your profit. Your business still has to run. Lots of people will ask me, oh, are you getting government grants? No, I refuse to apply for them. My model is based on just a normal cafe business. We've got 2 suppliers, a soap and a muesli supplier, like 2 separate businesses. And we're kind of working together at the moment, and they're like, oh, well, we could employ people with a disability to make our muesli or package our muesli. There's no reason why we couldn't. And same with the soap. It's just, everything is, I don't think there's one thing that I've had to change differently that another business would do. It's all the same.